Yes, YouTube. YouTube. Yeah, starting now. हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः ब्रह्मं भङ्गरहितम् अजडं विमलं सदा आनन्दतीर्थमतलं भजे तापत्रयापहं मिथ्यासिद्धान्तदुद्ध्वान्त विध्वंसनशक्नः जयतीत्यागतनिर्भासतां नोहदम्बरे कर्तिकृतकल्पोऽयं प्रत्यत्यगजकेसरी व्यासतीर्थगुरुर्भूयाद् अस्मदिष्टार्थसिद्धये तपोविद्याविरक्त्यादि सद्गुणोगाकराणं वादिराजगुरून् वन्दे हैग्यपदाश्रयान् पूज्य राघवेन्द्राय सिद्धिर्मरताय च भसतां कल्पवृक्षाय नमतां कामधेनवे दुर्वायुध्वान्तरवे वैष्णवेन्दीवरेन्दवे श्रीराघवेन्द्रगुरुवे नमतिन्त्याळवे आपादमणिपर्यन्तं गुरूणामाप्तिं स्मरेत् तेन विज्ञाः पश्यन्ति सिद्ध्यन्ति मनोरथाः हरिः ओं श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः. We are doing the third adhyaya in Bhagavad Gita. There in the last class, we looked at the two slokas where Sri Krishna, after telling Arjuna about the Swatantra Abhava for all the jivas and Paramatma alone is Swatantra, and so how we should proceed. I mean, if I don't have Swatantra, I won't be able to do anything. Why are there even instructions? So all these discussions we went through. And after giving the instruction, Paramatma says, whoever, no, ye me matamidam, whatever I have stipulated here, this is not only my opinion, but it's the fact. So whoever do not follow this, they will be, in big trouble. So whoever anutishtanti, nityam anutishtanti ye manavaha, whoever shraddhavantas, being shraddhavantas, they adopt this path that I have prescribed, they will be muchyante te api karma bihi. Here, that api also is there. Whether we take in Sanskrit or in English, there are two ways of saying that. So in English, if we see, those people also, by the karmas, they will be liberated. So this also, those people also will be liberated by the prescribed karmas. Another way that also if we shift and say, such people, whoever do the Nitya Anushtana, they will be liberated by the karma, by those karmas also. So if this api is put along with karma bihi, or it can be put along with te api, those people also will be liberated, or those people will be liberated by the karmas also. Which one is the correct one? Let us look. Suppose we say they will be liberated by the karmas also. If we put that api with karma bihi api, then what happens is, oh, these are, so many places we say, how do we go to the liberation? Jnana is needed. Jnanena eva parampadam, nanya panthayana vidyate. All this, they say that jnana is very essential. That's why we are doing all this effort, studying shastras, trying to understand what is what, all this. So here it is telling by the karmas also. That means even without the need for the jnana, just by doing the karmas mechanically, or just have some devotion and karma, no need for any knowledge. Is that what the instruction is saying? Because karmas also, by just doing the karma also, one can be liberated. Is that the meaning? Means if we take that meaning, then all these things that we talked about, jnana dwara moksha, and all that will be wasted, right? I mean, they're meaningless. That means jnana is not necessary. You can do just by Nivrutta karma, whatever that karma, whatever is to be done, whatever prescribed karmas, do it. No need for doing studying Shastra, no need for knowledge, nothing. That is meaningless because why are we doing the karmas? We should know. Otherwise, you don't even know how to do the karmas, what karmas is to be done. So if we take that meaning, karma bihi api, by doing the karma also, one can get liberation. That will put everything upside down. So then no need for jnana means meaningless. That means that api cannot be put along with karma bhi. The api cannot go with karma bihi. It has to be te api. Just as what is put here in the Gita sloka. Those people also will be liberated. But then he said, why also? Those people also. What do you mean by those people also? Means, Acharya explains, see, whoever do this nivritta karmas, they will be liberated, but they will be liberated through acquiring aparoksha jnana. mo- Actually, in the beginning, paroksha jnana, then aparoksha jnana, then moksha. So the karma will be a path leading to the jnana, and jnana will, that's what we call paramparaya. That means eventually the karmas will lead. So we do all the karmas, and we also study Shastra. That's also a part of the karma, because that will tell us what karmas to be done, how to be done, where to be done, what to be done. So the karmas will lead to more and more of knowledge, and the knowledge will lead to the moksha. That means nivritta karminaha tepi muchyante jnanadva. Even the people who perform the karmas, even te api, those people also, eventually through the jnana, the knowledge, they will acquire moksha. But why you are saying also? What is the one which is more obvious? Means more obvious is aparoksha jnana. Even people who do not have jnana, they adopt the karma procedure that Krishna has taught so far. By those karma procedures, by performing those karmas, one can go to moksha through the jnana. So this is the one. Then what to speak of? Kaimutya Nyaya. Aparoksha Jnanis will definitely go for moksha because they already did a lot of good karmas. They acquired jnana. They have acquired aparoksha jnana. They acquired aparoksha jnana also. Now they have the direct perception of Paramatma. Then they are guaranteed for. We don't have to say anything about them. It's obvious. They will go to moksha. So that api is even who are people like us who do not have aparoksha jnana. What happened? What is going to happen to us means, don't worry. You will get jnana initially, paroksha jnana, and then aparoksha jnana, then moksha. So it is guaranteed. It may not be in one birth time, one lifetime, two lifetimes, 10 lifetimes, whatever it is. Eventually, we will be put on the right, even if we go astray a little bit. Paramatma will be so gracious, so kind that he'll bring us back to the right path and guide us, bless us, help us, drive us and put us in the path of the jnana, and through jnana to aparoksha jnana to moksha. So even for people like us, it is guaranteed. So if that is the case for people who have aparoksha jnana, for them it's obviously guaranteed. That's why they api, even those are, that means those people, even those people who do not have good amount of jnana, they keep doing these karmas, they will be guaranteed that they will acquire jnana, and through jnana they will go to moksha. So this is the understanding, and not karma bihi api. That means natu sadhana antaram. There is not any other sadhana other than jnana. So bypassing the jnana is not possible. This is not karma bihi api, but it is te api karma bihi. So this is the hidden meaning there for saying api also. So that is the key of the word te api karma bihi, and that's the thing. And then the next sloka, of course, ye tu etad abhyasuyanta na anutishtanti me matam sarv jnana vimudhanstan vidhi nashtana chedasa. So if they don't follow the path that I have prescribed it so far, if they, because of the so difficult, why bother about this? It's too hard for us. I as well enjoy my life. Why go through this path? And if whoever does this and do not do the anusthana, they will become sarvajnana vimudhas. That means they will not get knowledge. They will live in ignorance, and then nashtana chetasa vidhi, they become completely naraka bhagis, or they go to evil hell and eventually bad path, and downward trend will start. The loop will start. The do more and more bad actions, more and more reluctance to the good path, more and more away, going away from the good path, and more adopting the wrong things, and eventually completely getting destroyed. That's what's going to happen if people who completely ignore this and want to take the easy part and enjoy and ignore all dharma margas and resort to the adharma, they will be seeking a path of destruction only. So that's the warning sign that Krishna gives, and he gives the pro and anti. What happens if they go pro Paramatma, they will be saved, they will be eventually blessed. So, this is the essence of it. And then in the 33rd sloka, Krishna says another Sadusham cheshtate swasyaha prakutehe jnanavanapi prakritim yanti bhutani nigraha kim karishyati. No, this is also a little bit loaded sloka in the sense, see, here it says, whoever sadusham cheshtate swasyaha prakutehe jnanavanapi, even those who adapt this karma siddhanta marga that is helpful for the moksha, th- then they will be saved, they'll be protected, they'll be in the path of progress. If not, it becomes anartha. So, in spite of knowing this, sadusham cheshtate swasyaha prakutehe jnanavanapi. Even jnanavanapi, even though they have all this good knowledge, they have all this good knowledge, but they succumb, they yield to their swabhavika tendencies. We don't know what our swabhava is, but if is the evil natured person, evil swabhava person, he will say, ah, forget about all this. Let me enjoy, let me go my own way. So even if we tell them that, that means this says, even if a person acquires the knowledge, if he does not realize the greatness of this marga, this path, and they become ayogyas. So if they are not yogya janas, if they are not fit people, if they are unfit people, even if they acquire this knowledge, because they succumb, they yield to their indriyas, swasyaha, prakutehe. So what happens? Prakritim yanti bhutani, those unfit beings, bhutani means beings, living beings, who succumb to that prakriti. We saw the various meanings. Prakriti means their own indriyas, which are prakriti janya, their own vishayas, which are the matters of the prakriti. Prakriti, their own swabhavika sattva gunas. And prakriti, the outside sattva gunas. Prakriti, prakarshena karoti. Paramatma will put them as per their karma and swabhava and their path. Because of Paramatma also, because of the Prakriti Namaka Paramatma. In all respects, Prakriti. They yield to this Prakriti, that means the eventual, their own inherent qualities, and they prakritim yanti bhutani prakrutehe jnanamapi sadusham cheshtate. So they do whatever is comes to their mind without looking at what is right or what. That means the right wrong concept is given up completely. They just manonigraha do means they say forget about it. We don't do any manonigraha. So that's why nigraha kim karishyati. Nigraha, what use is nigraha? What can it do? What nigraha means manonigraha, the control of the sense organs. What benefit is there? They will not be benefited by this instruction of controlling sense organs. If you tell them control your sense organs, they say get lost. I know, okay, I know they do this way, good happens this way, bad happens, you may tell everything. Understand all that, but I don't believe in all that, or I don't care for all that. I will just want to have my own way. So they will become, so that way they go, that is the reason. Remember the earlier we saw a sloka where he says, don't waste your time, don't teach. Na buddhi bedam janayet ajnanam karma sanginam. That's why says, leave them alone. Don't even bother about the people who insist on going their own way, who don't care for the instructions. For them, Nigraha kim karishyati? This mano nigraha, what will do it? What good will it do? It won't do any good for them. So they're useless. That is the reason why I said don't. No, we hear, hey, don't tell ayogya jana. Say, what do you mean by don't tell ayogya? If we tell them, they will definitely come to our way and they'll follow it. When we should not tell ayogya means unfit people. How do we know who is unfit, who is fit? Those who listen to us and don't make fun of us, don't make fun of the methods, don't make fun of the scriptures, don't make fun of the Paramatma, and who are genuine, who are adaptive, who are able to listen to us, who are willing to listen to us. That is what is Yogyata indication. Yogyata doesn't mean they should know everything. Yogyata doesn't mean they have to have good, perfect knowledge. No, even if they do not have very good knowledge, very good, perfect knowledge, even if they don't have it, if they are willing to listen, if they are willing to come and get the knowledge, that is the criterion. If that criteria is satisfied, they are Yogyajanas. If that criterion is not satisfied, they are Ayogyajanas. So this is how we determine. And if we realize that someone is Ayogya, then there's no point in wasting our time on those people because that will be completely futile, useless, completely meaningless. So that is why there we say Nabuddhi Bedam Janayet. And the reason for Nabuddhi Bedam Janayet is told in 33rd sloka. Sadusam चेष्टते स्वस्याः प्रकृतेः ज्ञानवान् अपि प्रकृतिं यान्ति भूतानि निग्रहः किं करिष्यति. So this nigraha, mano nigraha is of no use in the case of those people. That's what is told. And then what are the ones that we have to be careful about? What is the warning sign that we have to watch out? What should we look for and what should we be careful about? That is told in the 34th sloka. इन्द्रियस्येन्द्रियार्थे इन्द्रियस्य इन्द्रियस्यार्थे रागद्वेषौ व्यवस्थितौ तयोर्न वशम् आगच्छेत् तौ ह्यस्य परिपन्थिनौ. So इन्द्रियस्येन्द्रियस्यार्थे रागद्वेषौ व्यवस्थितौ तयोर्न वशमागच्छेत् तौ ह्यस्य परिपन्थिनौ. Tau hi asya paripanthinau. So paripanthi means those, pantha is a path. Paripantha, those which are like obstacles on the path, which are problematic things on the path. What are the problematic things? Two things is paripanthino, dvivachana. The ones, the big obstacles on our path to moksha. What are those? Raga dvesha. Raga and Dvesha. What is Raga and what is Dvesha? So, mm, what happened? Raga means attachment, attachment to bad things. Dvesha means detachment or hatred for good things. So, here Raga is not Raga of all good things, it's a Raga of all bad things. Dvesha means not Dvesha of good thing, rather Dvesha of good thing, not Dvesha of bad thing. So Raga Dvesha we should have in one way, Raga Dvesha we should not have in another way. Always we say Raga Dvesha is to be avoided. What it means is Raga or attachment for bad things is to be avoided. Dvesha is to be avoided means Dvesha for good things or good people, good, any good about those things having a Dvesha or dislike. That is to be avoided. So by default, whenever it's a Raga Dvesha, not good Raga Dvesha, not good Raga Dvesha, not good means by default, what is meant is Raga for bad things. Raga means attachment, excessive attachment for bad things, and Dvesha means dislike, hatred for good things. This is to be avoided. If you reverse it, then Raga Dvesha are good. That means Raga for Paramatma, Raga is Rakti, Anurakti, attachment. Raga for Paramatma becomes Anuraga, Bhakti. The Raga itself, if we turn the Raga from bad to good, it becomes a good thing. That means Raga for bad thing is bad, but Raga for good thing is good. Raga for good thing means raga for Paramatma, raga for Shastra, raga for good people, raga for Satsanga, Rakti, Raga, Rakti, Anurakti, affinity, closeness for good things is good. So Raga in that sense is good. Dvesha again. Hey, Dvesha is always bad. Because people are Dvesha for good things only is what they mean. Dvesha for good things is bad. Dvesha for good people is bad. Dvesha for Punya is bad. Dvesha for Paramatma is bad. Dvesha for the devotees is bad. Bhaktas is bad. So, but dvesha of bad things is good. You have dvesha for papa. You have dvesha for kalipurusha. You have dvesha for bad people. You dvesha for bad sangha, dussanga. All this kind of dvesha is good. So that raga dvesha, what is meant here is the bad raga dveshas. Those two evil ones. And then we avasthito, when they become firm in our thing, they become a big handicap. They become a obstacles on path. So indriyasya arthe. See, as we all went through already, the indriyas, they have their vishayas. The vishayas for the indriyas are like the tools. You can use these tools for good or for bad. Indriyas can be used for worshipping Paramatma. For example, um, if we use our hands for bad things, it's very bad. But you use your hands for doing puja of the Paramatma, it is sarthakata of the Indriya. Like that, the eyes, seeing bad things is bad for the eyes. Having Paramatma darshana, having the darshana of the good people, that is good for the eyes. Same way for the ears, same way for all the Indriyas. That is why the Indriya Vishayas, you have all kinds of Vishayas, good Vishayas, bad Vishayas for the Indriyas. Indriyas are only tools. If the Indriyas are used for good Vishayas, it's a good thing. But the Indriyas is used for the bad Vishayas, it's a bad thing. And how do we know what is good, what is bad? Indriya Vishayas are there. Which one, how do we know the particular Vishaya is good or bad? If the Indriya Vishaya, that means the whatever with Shabda, Spasha, Rasa, Rupa, Gandha, we talked about Indriya Vishayas, if they result, when we connect our Indriyas to the Indriya Vishayas, if it results in Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya, the Arshad Varga, we talk about the six internal enemies and the associated internal enemies, whatever that are linked to all this, all the bad, if they result in any of these, then oh, we are engaging our Indriyas in wrong or bad Indriya Vishayas. S- So this that's why this raga dvesha are like two blinking lights or whatever, two indicators. If we see on our path raga and dvesha, that means something we are doing papa sadhana. If we don't see that raga dveshas, our sadhana is a good sadhana. That's why here is saying indriyasya arthe raga dvesha vyavastitau. This raga dveshas are standing there as a warning signs, and they are the paripanthas. They are the big obstacles in our progress. So we should not succumb to that. Tayoho vasham na agachet. We should not yield to those things. Then we are doing the right way. So the litmus test comes from the eventual happenings. So they watch out for this. So whenever we do any action, we watch out for our action, whether our actions are resulting in ragadvesha or not. Bad raga, but that's why we call kama krodha. In fact, ragadvesha, I said, when how do we say ragadvesha is bad? When it is opposing our good behavior, then they are bad. How do we know whether they are opposing good behavior? We said kama krodha, lobha moha manomatsarya. So when they lead to this arishad varga, then oh, it's a bad one. In arishad varga, the prior indicators, raga dveshas are like a pre-indicators, which will indicate that oh, you are about to step into the arishad varga. So the moment you see in front of you these two bad lights, raga and dvesha, that means you are about to enter. So immediately you can stop, turn back, go in a different path. Hey, I don't want this. This is resulting in raga dvesha of bad kind. I don't want raga dvesha of the bad kind. Because if I go one step more, I'm finished. I'll end up in kama krodha lobha, that bad path. So you turn back the moment you see raga dveshas. So this is the kind of a good indicators that Paramatma is giving to us through this 34th sloka. So tatapi shakti taha nigraha. So how do I, okay, it's easier said than done, right? So, well, yeah, you just see Raga Dvesha, you turn back and go away another one. It's so easy, but it's very difficult because we get attached to that. We have Raga, it means Raga for bad thing. We get attached, turn away and go away means no, I like it. I want to go there. Same way Dvesha. Dvesha, I don't like some people. I have Dvesha for them. I don't want to turn away. I want to have Dvesha for them. I don't like those people. I want to have Dvesha for them. So you don't want to turn away from that. So how do I do that? So that's why I say tatapi shaktitah nigraha karya. We have to do extra effort. It is ordinary effort is not sufficient to overcome this raga dvesha. Ordinary effort is not enough, is not sufficient. We have to do some extra because your tendencies are dragging towards it. You have to resist that and turn away and go in a different direction. You want to move away from it. It's not easy. Yes, easier said than done is true. It's very difficult, but no other go. Even though it is extremely difficult, we have to make extra effort, pull our minds, pull our sense organs from the bad things and turn it towards the good things. Think of Paramatma. Think of, okay, those people are done that. Why should I bother about them? They are an obstacles for me. I don't want to think about them. I don't want to talk about them. I don't want it. I don't want anything to do with them. So you turn away from that rather than wasting your mind, time, and everything thinking about those things. So this is that that is possible only with that extra effort. The extra effort is what actually is needed to do this. So here I pause it so that any questions are there, you can feel free to this. Hare Srinivasa.
ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ರೀ ಹರೇಶನ.
Hare Srinivasa.
I think questions are there because um, i- it's very difficult to even think about uh, resisting the kama krodhas. Okay,
Yes,
adu number one. It's like
yes,
so easy. Andre,
yes,
I know there are a lot of kids in this group, but I'm just as a. It's very difficult to do that. Number
yes,
one. Number two is uh, in some occasions without our without our intervention, right? You do get angry, right?
mm,
So difficult that you don't even know that you are angry, right? Or any other thing,
yes,
right? That come across them.
yeah,
So so how what are the things we should practice
yeah,
from maybe from very young age, so that
yeah,
we kind of have this distinction between the ragadvesha, good ragadvesha versus bad ragadvesha.
yeah, yeah. Yes, and that's why it says samskaro balavaneva brahmadyapi tadvashaha tathapi. So anyatha kartum shakyate ati prayatnatah. He says, yes, what you say is extremely so tathapi shaktitah nigraha. See, from childhood, that's why it is easier uh, in childhood because childhood we have less of this raga dvesha doors are not very much open. No, they are not very widely open in childhood. The raga dvesha scope is much less in childhood than as we grow more and more. This bad raga dvesha they become stronger and stronger. So in childhood it is a lot easier because there we train our minds hey, this bad raga dvesha I want to avoid. And turning away from it, yes, it's very difficult, but it is easier for a child or young age, a lot easier than at older age. The older and older a person gets, the stronger are the roots of this bad raga dvesha. So one way of attacking that is this ati prayatna is needed everywhere. There's no other way. But this ati prayatna itself is of a smaller problem in childhood. The question is, how do we go it? How do we go about doing it? When it's so extremely difficult, how do we go about doing it? Means one way to do it is instead of trying to fight whatever is happening to us, that bad raga dvesha, instead of straight away attacking and fighting with that, which is very difficult, extremely difficult. The better way is to divert. That means, in the sense, suppose we have attachment for some bad things, extreme raga for a bad thing. I want to resist. I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there. If you are trying to do that, you are not able to do it because you are so attached to it. Other method is find something that is good where that also you like it. Paramatma itself is Paramatma stories. Like, for example, good episodes. You like, suppose, enjoy stories. You hear these stories about Paramatma. Those story, suppose you have a liking for a story. You, instead of listening to some whatever bad stories, or violent stories, you listen to the Leela of Paramatma story. Those are also stories. So if you have a liking for that, what you do is find a substitute rather than fight the whatever tendencies are there. Fighting the tendencies is difficult because you are attached to those tendencies. You have the raga for bad thing, you have dvesha for good thing. Instead of straight away countering it, headlong collision with that, headlong fighting with that, what you do is you do find an alternative which can slowly replace. It will not happen overnight. Okay, today I am giving all these bad things, I am getting all the good things now today. May not happen, will not happen, in fact. What you do is slowly, slowly, the good thing you replace, maybe 1% in one day, another 1% maybe after a couple of days. Slowly, you replace all these bad tendencies by the good tendencies slowly in a gradual fashion. That is the only way. Overnight, oh, I couldn't do yesterday, there's no point, let me not even try it because it's not happening. Giving up hopes? No, that's not good. Don't do that. Don't give up hopes. You are able to do 1%, that's good enough. Do 1% today, another 1% maybe another day. But slowly replace the bad tendencies with the good tendencies. And eventually, the person, what happens is, will start realizing the benefits of the fruits. It gives more peace of mind, more tranquility, more calmness, and the person will say, hey, why didn't I do that even earlier? That thought has to come. Hey, it's a good thing I am happening to me. I should have done even earlier. If suppose this kind of a thought comes, that means you are on the path of progress. So the best thing to do it is a gradual, slow replacement of bad tendencies with good tendencies. It is a slow process. Don't give up hopes. Yes, doesn't matter how slow it is, but if it is happening, that's good enough. So that's the only way.
So, I just want to take one
Hmm?
other step.
Hmm?
Let's say I want to watch movies. Okay.
Yeah.
So instead of watching some extremely bad movies,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Can I divert them to maybe some light-hearted movies? Is that a consideration or
Sure. Yeah, that's a step one. So instead of, okay, today this bad movie has stopped and want to watch only Paramatma's movie, may not happen. Instead of this bad movie, you replace with a light movie, then a lighter movie, then maybe lighter movie or whatever, and slowly move also. Yes, that's why Shaktita. Each person is different. You can gauge yourself. What is the one that is easy for me? What is the one that works for me? So this is not the same solution. That's why I did not give any solution, because it is not across the board one solution. Each
Mhm.
one should gauge himself or herself and see what is good for that person. So each one will react differently for different situations, or even for the same situation, different people will react differently. So it is, say, the same situation or different situation, different people will react differently. So what is good for you? You can gauge yourself, slowly see, hey, at least as long as you have the desire to change, as long as you have the tendencies to detect what is right, what is wrong, as long as you have this, that's a, like a positive thing. That's a starting point. That's good. That means you just don't turn back. Progress, yes. Each one, a bad movie as an example that you have taken, suddenly replace a bad movie with all the good movies only, may not happen overnight. Slowly shift, and turn away from that, maybe lighter, and maybe eventually the religious movie also is good for me. But and then finally, actually, you should reach a stage. Okay, I should watch only good movies. Hey, why am I watching the good movies? Let me listen to pravachana, or let me read some good books. So it depends on the person. There is no one hard and fast rule for any of these things, because these are swabhava based. Each one is different, and as long as you have the desire to progress in the right dharma marga, that is enough. That's what determines, that's what's the criterion for it. So each one is different. So there's no hard and fast rule.
Okay, ma'am. Sure.
One more question, Ray.
Yeah,
So in the previous one, you said, what good will Mano Nigraha do? Adu, like, who
yeah,
don't care for instructions, we should leave them alone ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ.
yeah.
So what if they are really close to her? Like if we are telling it to our kids or anybody who we really like, and they are good, but sometimes they act different or something like that. So how can we? What should we do in that case?
Yeah, see the thing, there is a Nigraha Kim Karishyati. It is actually about the people who have, just they know it, but they are completely reluctant to follow anything. That means for them, Prakritim Yanti Bhuta, for the living beings who have completely succumbed to their path, to their tendencies. And as you remember the earlier, for the previous question, I said, like, as long as you have the tendency for the good, that's good. But this is for the people who do not have the tendency to be on the good side. They don't say, I don't want to look at the good things. They have completely shut off the doors, and they are completely blind, in the sense they say, I don't even want to think about any good things. I don't want to care about it. For such people, it's saying Nigraha Kim Karishyati. It is not for the people who have the tendency or who have the desire to change, to adapt. Not those people. For those people who do not have any desire, who says, hey, I like this, I don't want to listen to you. I don't want anything. And even if they come and listen to us, they say, they make fun of it, or they ridicule it. That kind of a people. So that Nigraha Kim Karishyati is about the people who have these tendencies, the physical tendencies, whatever are there, and progressing, or rather proceeding in a path of destruction, and they have shut the doors for any consideration for good thing. For those people, oh, do the nigraha means, mano nigraha, what help? Even if they do a mano nigraha, suppose for example, they may do a upvasa, fasting, but they do just to show off, hey, I can do fasting. If I want, I can do it. Just to show off. But they don't have any dharma chintane. It's not dharma chintan. It's doing upvasa for the sake of dharma. No. I do upvasa to show off. I can do upvasa. What's the big deal? I can do it. But of no use. It is nigraha kim karishyati, because they do not have dharma chintane at all. They do not think of dharma, adharma. So that for those people, it's saying nigraha kim karishyati is not for everybody. For the person who has the right and wrong knowledge, who are willing to adopt the good path, it's not about them.
Okay, Ray. ತುಂಬಾ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು.
Namaste ji. I have one quick question.
Sure. Sure.
So suppose we are trying to follow the right path or without basically um,
Yeah.
dvesha and all, and we are trying to follow good path, but good path which we are considering as per our consideration, that is good path, but for others that can be a different path, that can be a wrong thing or something, just like basically different religion or that way. So what is the saying for yeah, as per Bhagavad Gita, for those kind of scenarios?
Yeah. So how do basically your question is how do we know whether it's a good path or not? It may appear to good for me, maybe for someone else is bad, and is how
Yeah,
we determine.
because yeah, right. Because basically, if you see the in different religion, different things are said.
Hmm?
For some of them, one thing is good. For others, it is not good. So that
Yeah.
way,
Actually, your assessment that something is good for me means really, if it is dharma, then it should be good for everybody. But the dharma itself, there may be certain things which are good, means they're easy to follow. For someone, certain things may be easier to follow. For some other people, that may be difficult, something else may be easy. But the good and bad itself will not change completely in the sense, for example, being kind to somebody, doing dana. It is good for everybody. But some people may be willing to do it, some people may not be willing to do it. That way it may differ, means that may, but it's bad for anybody. No, it's not bad for anybody at all. So the normal good things are good for everybody. But among the good things itself, some are suitable for some, something else is suitable as. So how do we determine whether for me it is good or not? Each individual, suppose the one that you are following, if it results in ragadvesha or it results in anything that's bad, this is what we saw, nasato vidyate bhavo, na bhavo vidyate sa. From good things only good will happen. From bad things only bad will happen. So when you do certain things, if it is leading to a positive mentality, if it is leading to peace of mind, if it is leading to tranquility of mind, if it is not leading to any perturbance, not leading to raga and dvesha, not leading to any destructive tendencies, as long as that happens, that means it is good for you. So for each person, the litmus test, the criteria is if that action of that person results in peace of mind, does not go for ragadvesha, does not result in kama krodha. That is, kama krodha. Kama is desire for bad things. Krodha is anger. Lobha is what we call stinginess. Moha is delusion. Mada is arrogance. Matsarya is jealousy. This kind of tendencies, as long as does not lead to any of this, that's good. So that's how, for each person, that's the criteria. You don't even have to see for someone else what is good. For me, what is good. For each one, their own test they see. They don't even have to look at others. For me, this particular set of actions, is it giving me peace of mind? Is it helping me in avoiding raga dvesha? That is the criteria for it. Okay, so we'll continue again next Monday. प्रातः प्रभृत सायान्तं सायादि प्रातरं तथा यत्करोमि जगन्नाथ तदस्तु तव पूजनं प्रातःकालादिकं कर्म नित्यनैमित्तिकं तथा केशवाराधनार्थाय करिष्येऽहं तवाज्ञया. हरे श्रीनिवास.
हरे श्रीनिवास
हरे
साई।
श्रीनिवास नमस्कारम्
नमस्कार.
Yes,
ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು ಗುರುಜಿ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ
हरे
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ
श्रीनिवास
हरे
हरे
श्रीनिवास, धन्यवाद गुरुदेव,
धन्यवाद
नमस्कार।
श्रीनिवास
हरे श्रीनिवास.
ಹರೇ ಶ್ರೀನಿವಾಸ.
ಹರೇ
हरे
ಶ್ರೀನಿವಾಸ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ.
नमस्कार.